Hello, good morning, students. Welcome to BSc 1 second semester Zoology online class. So, today I'm going to discuss on comparative anatomy of vertebrate hearts. Functions. See, heart, you know it. What is the heart? Heart is a pumping organ. Circulatory system, blood circulatory system or cardiovascular system composed of heart, blood vessels and blood. Here we are discussing comparative account on heart, structure of heart in different classes of vertebrates. So the heart is a hollow muscular organ that rhythmically contracts and relaxes to pump the blood. During each contraction and relaxation cycle, blood is drawn from the veins. So veins, you know it, veins are supplying deoxygen blood to heart into the thin-walled collecting chamber, the atrium. Yes, atrium is thin-walled, ventricle is thick-walled. These two are different chambers present in heart and is then passed to second thick-walled chamber, the ventricle. Next, from atrium to ventricle blood flows, which forcibly contracts to distribute the blood to the arteries. So arteries carry blood away from the heart, whereas veins carry blood towards heart. Backflow is prevented by one-way valves. Backflow of blood in arteries or in veins, the blood backflow is prevented. In heart, see, from arteries, blood doesn't go to veins. From veins, blood doesn't go to arteries. It has to pass through heart. But heart has valves. So valves, what they do, they prevent backflow of blood. Blood in heart moves from the atrium to ventricle, not from ventricle to atrium, because between atrium and ventricle valve is there. Valves are present, bicuspid valve, tricuspid valve. They prevent backflow of blood from ventricle to atrium. Okay, so from arteries to ventricle, again there are two semicircular canals, semilunar valves, which prevent backflow of blood from arteries to the ventricles. So look here, these are the heart structures in different classes of vertebrates. Fish, this is fish heart, amphibian heart, this is reptile heart, bird heart and mammal heart. So fish heart is having only two chambers, auricle and ventricle. Auricle is ventricle, this one. Okay, only two chambers, chambered heart is present in a fish. In amphibians, three chambers are there, two auricles and one ventricle. So this one is right atrium, left atrium and one ventricle. Three chambered heart is present. So right atrium receives deoxygen blood, left atrium receives oxygen blood from lungs, both open into the same ventricle where it is mixed up. And here in reptiles, so here also incomplete four chambers are present, two auricles, two ventricles are not completely separated. In between two ventricles septum is present, but this septum is not complete. Can you see here? So here it is not complete. Here blood gets mixed up. But in birds, four chambered heart is present, completely separated four chambers. Here also four chambers. Auricle, two auricles, two ventricles, two auricles, two ventricles. Left auricle, left ventricle, right auricle, left ventricle, right ventricle. So like that, bird and mammal heart structure is same. Okay, so in the image above you can see the progressive changes in the heart between ancestral vertebrates, the fishes, and the most derived forms, the birds and mammals. Fish have a simple two-chambered heart, which is in essence just a thickening of a section of the circulatory system, and the blood flows in a single circuit from heart to gills to body and back to the heart. Starting with the amphibians, the first of the vertebrates with lungs. Amphibians are having lungs. They are the first vertebrates with lungs. The circulatory system adds a second loop or circuit, second loop of second circuit. So in fish only one circuit is there, but in amphibians two circuits are there. But these two circuits are incomplete circuits. This design has the blood flow through the heart twice on each trip around the system, once on the way to the lungs and once on the way back from the lungs, giving it an extra boost. This is called double circulation. In amphibians with two atria but only single ventricle, this results in the mixing up of deoxygenated and oxygenated blood. But amphibians also gather oxygen through their moist skin. So this inefficiency is not critical. This inefficiency is not critical. Why? Because though the deoxygenated blood gets mixed with oxygenated, deoxygenated blood is not completely deoxygenated. It also has oxygen from the skin. Therefore, this inefficiency is not a critical matter. So beginning with the reptiles, a septum or wall develops that partly divides the deoxygenated from the oxygenated blood in the ventricle, and this is important because reptiles with watertight skin rely entirely on their lungs for oxygen. Okay, so they rely on oxygen, for their oxygen they have to depend on lungs only, because they are not able to live in water. They have watertight skin. Among the extant reptiles, only the crocodilians have fully extended the septum and have a four-chambered heart. Among all reptiles, the crocodilians only have four-chambered heart, but there is speculation that dinosaurs may have had this innovation as well. Birds and mammals have the same four-chamber design, which has increased efficiency because deoxygen and oxygen bloods are, or these two blood cannot mix up. So this is how evolution of heart has occurred from simple structure to more advanced structure. Simple type of heart is present in fish, advanced heart is present in birds and mammals. So this is compared to another vertebrate hearts, you can see. So this is the fish. Okay, the circuit. This is oxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood. Okay, so fish has only two chambers, auricle, ventricle, auricle, ventricle. So this auricle receives deoxygenated blood from gills. It goes to ventricle, then to gills, body tissues. So no, it goes to, see, body. No, it flows like this: auricle to ventricle, ventricle to gills. In gills, blood is purified and it is supplied to body. So it flows like this. Isn't it? One circuit, one complete circulation. So single circulation is present in fishes. Next, frog. So frog has two auricles, one ventricle. So from body, deoxygenated blood goes to right auricle to ventricle. At the same time, left auricle receives oxygenated blood from lungs to auricle to ventricle. These two mixed up, and this is supplied to body like this. So blood visits the heart here for 2 times, but here in ventricle both are mixed up. Therefore this is called incomplete double circulation. So in lizards, okay, can you see? So from body, deoxygenated blood goes to right auricle. From lungs, oxygenated blood goes to left auricle. These two are mixed up, and that is supplied to body. So here in reptiles, this blood is directly opening here. This one, the oxygen blood, also opening it here. Crocodiles, 4 chambers are there, completely 4 chambers. So from body, the oxygen blood goes to right auricle. From lungs, oxygen blood goes to left auricle. These two move towards respective ventricles, and from left ventricle, oxygen blood goes to body. So some part of the blood also mixed up with this one here, this one. And birds and mammals, completely 4 chamber. From body to here to lung, then from lungs to left auricle, from left auricle to body. Complete 2 circulations. One is systemic, another is pulmonary. Here also in mammals, same. Body, right auricle, from right auricle to lungs, ventricle, right auricle to ventricle to lung. From lung, purified blood goes to left auricle. From left auricle to ventricle, left ventricle. From left ventricle to body for supplying oxygen blood. So here in aves and mammals, there is no mixing up of blood, oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. They are separate. So this is the comparative anatomy of vertebrate hearts. So this we have completed this one. Assignment: write an account on comparative anatomy of heart in fish and frog. Clear? So thank you.